I'm Jennifer Kendall, and we're here at Granite Creek Park, so I can introduce you to our Granite Creek Park Story Walk. This was a project that the Youth Services team started working on in 2019, and the idea was to have a story out in the community where parents can be outside talking and walking with their children to get exercise and read a story at the same time. And here at this park, we have 25 panels that lay out an entire story, and every quarter we change those stories. And we give a shout out to Recreation Services because they donated the labor to help us put this project in place. And again, this comes from an LSTA grant, which is a library grant that comes from the state of Arizona. So parents will start here with this first panel, and then as they enjoy a wonderful walk along this path, they will stop at each panel and they can engage with their child with the story. So these first few panels are just introductory. For example, this next panel introduces the latest story, and we just launched this story a few weeks ago. It is called The Giant Jumperee by Julia Donaldson and with illustrations by Helen Oxenbury. And the Youth Services team, we think really long and hard about the best picture book, a book that's engaging, a book that has wonderful illustrations, a book that can really invite interactive questions between a child and his or her caregiver. So The Giant Jumperee is an exciting book with a little bit of suspense. So we introduce the book here, and then we continue our walk along the path here at Granite Creek. This next panel shows a picture of a family out and about to help families understand the purpose of the story walk. And here we see follow the path to the first numbered panel to begin the story. So we walk along, we continue our journey with a child in hand, enjoying a beautiful day as we're walking along, and we come to the first panel in the story. So what we've done here is we've given parents or caregivers some instructions, some fun tips or ideas of what they can do as they walk along and read. We encourage the parents to look for this icon for tips on how to engage their child with this story, so they can choose to engage with what we've created or find their own dialogue and how they want to talk about the story to their child. So then we continue our walk along the path. And this is the first page in our story walk. So the parent and child can engage and read the story, and then we make a recommendation. For example, bring the giant jumperee to life by reading this part with feeling, and we give them a reading tip. Reading with expression brings characters to life. So we incorporate reading tips and reading strategies to help parents engage with their child as they're reading. So a parent can choose to do this or ask any other questions. I'm the giant jumperee and I'm as scary as can be. And that's the first story, the first page in this story. And then as parents walk along this path, they will continue to engage in each of the stories. And this continues on for about 25 panels as we walk on this path around the park. The inspiration for the story walk came from a colleague of mine who had heard about story walks from before. So this isn't a new idea. There are story walks across the country. And so we thought, what a great idea for our community. So we started exploring it, researching what other libraries and communities had done. Plus, we found a partner with Read on Prescott. We knew that this organization, which is a group of people in the community who all care about children and literacy, we knew we wanted to provide an activity that would get our kids learning to read and excited about books at a very early age. So we thought, what would be a better activity than an outdoor area where families can be outside walking and engaging in a book at the same time. So that was the seed for the idea, and then we put together a grant request to the State Library of Arizona, and they gave it to us. They gave us the funds that we needed to purchase the panels, the posts, and to start our very first story, which we launched in June of 2020. This is our third story that we have presented at the Story Walk since we began, and we will change the stories out every quarter. So next July 1st will be a brand new story here at Granite Creek Park. The mama frog wasn't scared. Why do you think she wasn't scared? So a lot of the tips that we include are open-ended. They might be an activity. We're not looking for a yes or no, but we're asking questions that really get the child to think and respond and interact with the story. So as I was saying, this is our third story walk that we have done, third book that we've done. So we got creative and we decided that we're going to go to the community for our next story walk. The story walk that will be launched the first week of July. It is going to be the book that the community chooses. So we have put 3 books here that we are asking the community to let us know which one they would like to see for our next story walk. And they just scan the QR code here, takes them right to a survey, and they choose the book, and then we see what the community wants. And right now it's pretty close. It's pretty exciting for us to see what the community is interested in. So come July, one of these books will be the new story walk, and that is one way for us to engage with our community and find out what our community actually wants. And maybe down the road, one idea that we've had is maybe we can work with the school and have a classroom write a story and create the illustrations, and they can create a story walk. But those are some fun ideas that we're thinking about down the line. So as we have been almost a full year of the story walk in our community, we've learned so much about the best kind of books for a story walk, what our community wants, what are the most engaging parts of the story, what people were listening to our community, what kind of books they want to see. So it's really a wonderful community project. And one other thing, I will just put a plug in for the teen advisory group. The teens are volunteers at the library, and they have been coming out helping us take care of the story walk. They have kept them clean, they've helped us replace panels, and when we did our first story walk launch since the pandemic, the TAG kids were here helping to explain to the community the purpose of the story walk. They were helping us to educate. So it's been a wonderful project that has brought in so many members of the community, and one of the main reasons that I love the whole idea of a story walk.